Right. I think that there's no question that the FOMC is not going to raise interest rates at this meeting. The only real question in play, I think, is how they're going to modify their forward guidance. So right now, the statement says that the committee thinks that some further increases in interest rates will be appropriate for hitting their dual mandate. I expect that language to be softened some. It's widely expected to be softened some. They could say may be necessary instead of will be necessary. There's other steps that they could take. There's been a lot of use of the word patient recently in speeches and testimony, and usually words are tried out before the statement or chosen for the statement because they've already been used. On the other hand, I don't think that they will insert patient. Chairman Powell's not a big fan of forward guidance, and it would sort of lock them in and might be taken as too strong of a signal that rates are done going up. At the same time, I think what's interesting about the current situation is that over the upcoming year, there's two-sided risks to interest rates for the first time since, I'd say, 2008. Interest rates could go up or they could go down.
Yeah. Steve, something about his answer made you go, huh?
Well,
what was that?
I was going to ask a question and make a statement in the process. Bill, I've been looking back at what Fed officials have said, and I've looked back and read carefully their policy statement on the balance sheet. I don't feel like they're ready to announce a policy change in the runoff of the balance sheet. They may be thinking about it. They may talk about it. But, I mean, it could happen. But I wonder how much, A, the market is geared up to hear that, and B, the extent to which the FOMC is ready to deliver it.
I think I agree, Steve. Usually, I mean, they've been very careful. So they've been running off their securities for a year and a half. As those securities decline, so too do the deposits of banks at the Fed, also known as reserves. The Fed wants to conduct monetary policy like it's been doing since the crisis with reserves abundant. But at the same time, they want as small a balance sheet as they can to have their imprint on markets as small as possible, their interest payments as small as possible. The problem is they don't know what level is the smallest possible level to still be abundant. So it's sort of a bird box challenge that they face. What's been surprising is that some signs of tightness in the market for reserves has shown up, even though they really weren't expected for another several years. So I think what you see in the minutes for the last couple of meetings is the Fed beginning to prepare for the possibility that it's going to have to conduct policy, at least for a while, with the reserves somewhat tight. I expect them to announce some indications of a plan of ending the balance sheet runoff, but usually they discuss a plan in the meeting. The staff comes back with a final plan that's voted on. So you could see a more concrete plan coming out in March. But I think there'll be some indication from Chairman Powell in the press conference that the pieces are coming together and that they're likely to make a change.